Welcome to this week's episode of 60 Seconds with the Superintendent. Well, this upcoming week, we've got a special week for our students that our guidance department at our elementary, middle school, and high school have planned. It's called Say Something. It's empowering our students to share what is happening in our schools so it can be a better place for everyone. Let's take a look.
This is the second initiative. Back in September, we did Start with Hello. And so this is the second part of the Sandy Hook Promise initiative that supports our crisis teams and also our threat assessment teams. And this Say Something Week is the time when we're saying to our students, we want to be inclusive, that would start with hello, but at the same token, we also want to be aware of those around us that maybe are being victimized or isolated. And so that's where we're working at this month of February. Our emotional management lessons talk about the students and teach them to be self-aware of things that are happening within them, but also to encompass the ideas of being empathetic to see what's happening around them. And so with that, we teach the students using this book to say something. And ways that we're teaching our students to say something are just sometimes just to be a support system to students. There's a couple different things that we're thinking about in the elementary schools. One, because of our developmental level, we have to help the students differentiate between saying something and helping them understand a big problem versus a small problem. We try to help them see that a big problem is when someone is making threats or there's physical danger going on. Those type of problems go right to an adult right away. But also there's small problems, things where people are making fun of, where they can be assertive and say something before they go get adult help. So that's one area that we're working on. But then also too, in the 5th grade, we have different groups of students. We have the kindness crew, we have the student ambassadors. We're going to help them to start becoming upstanders. The idea of being an upstander is someone that says something. A bystander is someone that stands by and just lets it happen. So that's where we're going to move to within our framework of the Say Something Week.
I like that word culture, right? Like, how can we create this culture where students are supportive and students are understanding and students know that they can seek help when it's needed. I really see that here in just the way that we've set up our guidance curriculum with going into the classes regularly to teach these preventative skills and collaborating with teachers so that they know what to do if they're ever concerned about a student, you know, how to follow up with them appropriately. And, you know, I'm excited to kind of see how it grows. I know this is the first year that we've really had a Start with Hello and a Say Something Week. So it'll be cool to see, you know, as students who maybe have been doing this tradition since they were in kindergarten come into middle school and they have Start with Hello Week, if that just kind of becomes something that's the norm for them and they know, all right, if someone's seems down or alone, you know, I can go reach out and I can ask them if they want someone to talk to.
So on Monday, we're going to be doing a photo booth with props, and we're going to be doing it for each grade during their lunch period. And around the school, we're going to be hanging posters about trusted adults and Say Something Week. I think they're going to pay more attention to if one of your friends or just anybody in your team is like kind of just acting, maybe just trying to be alone more, or just acting kind of like they don't want to be around anybody. Maybe just ask them, oh, are you okay? Or just like maybe just say hi to someone in the hallway if they're kind of being alone.
Yeah, I would see these posters staying up just to let everybody know that there are people around them who care about them and would help them if they needed help. Planning a week like this has just made me much more aware of people around me and their emotions, and if I were to ever need to speak up about those emotions.
So whenever you have an initiative like the Say Hello or the Say Something, we don't want it to be a one-week initiative when we move on. So as the weeks progress, we put it in more announcements. We remind students. There's posters that pop up in different classrooms every week or every month to remind students of that initiative. But we want them to remember that we are a team and we all want to be one family that works together, so we are included and that we're safe here. So as far as district-wide programming goes, we have worked very collaboratively over the last 4 to 5 years, making sure that there's a continuum of services for the social, emotional, career, and academic, and how the guidance department can support them. So in the lower grades, they're working on being an upstander and sticking up for other people, making good decisions, what it's like to be a healthy person. And we continue that on with middle school, the focus still on healthy well-being, starting to add to more career focus. And in high school, we continue to support that social emotional learning. So then we have these healthy students who are ready to move on to the next stage of a career. And so it's a very holistic approach to the students that we want to prepare for the world.
So just like it was with our Say Hello initiative earlier this school year, our Say Something initiative is not just about 1 week, but truly making this a part of who we are as a school, district, and organization. As always, thanks for watching, and go make it a great Mustang week.